You're listening to the Run Pass Option with Pro Football Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce and Doc Holliday. We talk sports because we know sports. Hi, how are you? Welcome to another episode of the Run Pass Option with Pro Football Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce and Doc Holliday. I am Doc Holliday, and I'm riding solo today. It's early on the AM on this Friday, but I had some things I wanted to talk about. I had to talk about them ASAP because as soon as I see them, I want to address them. And this one's just, some simple, but it ain't simple. Something I heard Draymond Green say on his podcast, the Draymond Green show, as he was talking to his teammate, Steph Curry. You know Draymond Green, the Golden State Warriors, power forward, or whatever you want to call him. Pretty good player. Good player. I like Draymond. I like what he brings to the table. I like his attitude. I like everything he's helped the Golden State Warriors accomplish, along with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. They've been the core of what Golden State has done over the course of this past decade, you can pretty much say. Just straight balling out. Not even a whole decade. When they started winning championships, I think around 2016, something like that. But anyway, but Draymond Green had a conversation with his teammate Steph Curry on the Draymond Green show. And Draymond Green said the 2016 Golden State Warriors, which went 73-9, but lost in the NBA Finals to LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers after blowing a 3-1 lead, would have been the best team ever had they won it all, had they won the championship. Then he says the 2017 Golden State team, which added Kevin Durant, was the best team ever. The 2017 Golden State Warriors team led by Steph Curry, KD, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, did win the title, winning 67 games in the regular season and beating LeBron and the Cavs in 5 games in the NBA Finals. So, okay, I got you. Now, Golden State won their first championship with Steph and them in 2015. So he's saying the 2016 team, we know that was straight hooping. That team that won 73 games, won 73-9, and they were straight hooping, but ended up losing to LeBron and the Cavs in the NBA Finals, a finals where Golden State was up 3-1. Now, Draymond says that team would have been the best team ever had it won it all. Okay. Had y'all won it all, you would have had an argument. You'd have had an argument because who can argue against a team that wins 73 games in the regular season, 73 of 82 games? 73-9 is extremely impressive. Extremely impressive. Now, as I recap, he goes on to say the 2017 team that added Kevin Durant was the best team ever. That was the best team ever. So let's look at that squad. The 2016-17 Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, we know how he can play. He averaged 25 points a game that year, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Baller, Klay Thompson, splash brother. Steph Curry, splash brother. He averaged 22 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Kevin Durant averaged 25 points, 8 rebounds. Draymond himself averaged 10 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Andre Iguodala, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Now, that's their core. Pretty much, their core players. Now, the cast they had coming off the bench, JaVale McGee, Kevon Looney, Matt Barnes, David West. Now, this Golden State team, that 2016-17 team he talking about, averaged 116 points a game, held teams to 104 points a game, shot 49% from the field, 38% from behind the three-point arc. Now, let me sip me a little coffee. Hold on. So now when I go through and look at, because just dealing with teams who've won the NBA championship, when we look at just the teams who've won the NBA championship, since he said that team in 2017 that added Kevin Durant was the best team ever. Now I have to say, from 1950, when the Minneapolis Lakers with George Mikan won the first NBA championship, then the Rochester Royals, with his little brother Ed, won it in 51. Now I would say from 1950 to, because if you look at just individual championships, the Lakers won in 50, the Rochester Royals in 51, the Minneapolis Lakers won 52, 53, 54, Syracuse Nationals, Philadelphia Warriors, Boston Celtics, St. Louis Hawks. Then the Celtics, we know, with Bill Russell and Bob Cousy and Tommy Heinsohn, they won 8 straight. And Bill Sharman, got to talk about Bill Sharman, because at one point Bill Sharman and Bob Cousy was considered the best backcourt ever. Now, could the Warriors have beaten any of those Boston Celtics teams led by Bill Russell, Bob Cousy, Bill Sharman, Tom Heinsohn, that won 8 straight titles and 11 NBA championships from 1957 to 1969? Now, I say, yes, Golden State could have beat any of those teams. They could have. Fact of the matter, even though they didn't have a three-point shot back then. But Golden State could have beat any of those teams. So when I look at the list, let me go from there. Now, let me go to the 1971 Milwaukee Bucks with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Big O, Oscar Robertson. Could the Warriors have beaten that team? I say yes. Now, the three-point shot didn't make it into the NBA until 1979. I think Chris Ford is credited with making the first NBA shot, three-pointer, but I think. But anyway, now let's go to the 1980 Lakers team with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Michael Cooper, Norm Nixon, Jamal Wilkes. Could the Golden State Warriors beat that 1980 Lakers team? To me, I say no. Because Magic was a different monster, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a different monster. Even though Kevin Durant is a different monster, to be 6'10", 6'11", playing the way he plays. But Golden State didn't really have much of a bench. And we also have to think about what rules were we playing under. So if they were playing like the teams in the 80s were able to play, I take the Lakers over the 2017 Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala leading the way. So now let's go to the 1981 Celtics, Boston Celtics team, led by Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Ed Maxwell, Tiny Archibald. Could the Warriors have beaten that team? Woo! I say, yeah, I give it to Golden State. I give it to Golden State, which I don't know how how you match up with Larry Bird, but at the same time, I don't know how you match up with Kevin Durant. Kevin McHale tough, Robert Parrish tough, but Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, what they could do. Draymond Green, even though Draymond Green is good, but I think he may elevate himself as amongst the great, he may elevate himself higher in his head when he considers who's the best power forwards to ever play, or forwards, or whatever position he want to say, power forward, small forward, or whatever. But the 1981 Celtics squad, I give that to the 2017 Golden State Warriors. 1982 Lakers squad. Now, I'm dealing with NBA champions here. 1982 LA Lakers squad with Kareem, Magic, Michael Cooper, Bob McAdoo, Norm Nixon, Kurt Rambis, Jamal Wilkes. I'm going with the Lakers. I'm going with the Lakers, man. Just Magic and Kareem by themselves. But Michael Cooper, man, we know the defense he could play. Long, rangy. Bob McAdoo was tough. Norm Nixon was a great point guard. Kurt Rambis was tough. Jamal Wilkes with that nice mid-range, funny-looking jump shot. Tough, man, physical. So the 1982 Lakers, I take them over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. The 1983 Philadelphia 76ers. Dr. J, Moses Malone, Maurice Cheeks, Andrew Toney, Bobby Jones. I'm going with the 2017 Golden State Warriors. Why? Dr. J was good, but Dr. J run up and down the court, dunk on you. He wasn't the best jump shooter. Moses Malone just tough down low, man. Maurice Cheeks, very tough point guard. Andrew Toney, nice little outside shooter. Bobby Jones gave you the toughness that You know, all those teams had to have a little tough guy. Bobby Jones was to the 76ers like Kurt Rambis was to the Los Angeles Lakers. But I would take the 2017 Golden State Warriors over the 1983 76ers. 1984 Boston Celtics. Larry Bird, Danny Ainge, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, Kevin McHale, Cedric Maxwell, amongst others. I'm taking the Boston Celtics. Why? I mean, come on, bro. Them cats was in their prime. Larry Bird putting a dirty 30 on you. Dennis Johnson, man, running the offense, big point guard, big guard, tough. He could score, steal, D you up. Robert Parrish, you know, he didn't have to score a lot of points, but he could. Kevin McHale, nice little game, but then it's the bench for me. It's the cast that the Boston Celtics had coming off the bench. The bench is easily and clearly better than the bench that the Golden State Warriors had in 2017. So I would go with the 1984 Boston Celtics. 1985 Los Angeles Lakers. Magic, Kareem, Michael Cooper, James Worthy, Rambis, Bob McAdoo. I'm going with the Lakers. Why? Magic, Kareem, man. Same thing. James Worthy, man. James Worthy, tough deal. Tough deal, Draymond. So if you're listening, your 2017 team, man, I'm going with the 1985 Los Angeles Lakers. Got to. 1986 Boston Celtics. Bird, Ainge, Parrish, McHale, Dennis Johnson. Going with the Celtics. I just am. 1987, 1988 Lakers. Same core. Magic and Kareem going with the Lakers, even though Kareem was old as hell at this time. But you know what? I take that back. I don't know. Because Kareem was on his last leg. Magic was a little. Well, Magic was still cold, but he was a little heavier. Take that back. Going with the Golden State Warriors over those teams. Now, 1989 and the 1990 Detroit Pistons. We know Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, Mark Aguirre, Adrian Dantley, Joe Dumars, Rick Mahorn. And we know Aguirre and Dantley, we know how they kind of switch-swatched each other. Rick Mahorn, Dennis Rodman, John Sally, Benny Johnson, the microwave. I'm going with the Pistons. 2017 Golden State Warriors, you do not beat the 1989 Pistons, and you do not beat the 1990 NBA champion Pistons. You just don't. Not as far as I'm concerned. You don't. 1991 Chicago Bulls. MJ, Pippen, Horace Grant, B.J. Armstrong, Bill Cartwright, Craig Hodges, John Paxson. I'm going with the Chicago Bulls. Just say, you know, Jordan and Pippen, okay, we know about them, but Horace Grant was tough. BJ was tough. Bill Cartwright was tough. But then the Bulls bench, way better than the Golden State Warriors bench in 2017. Because Craig Hodges was a nice little three-point outside shooter. John Paxson was a nice little outside shooter. They had cats coming off the bench better than the Golden State Warriors bench. Even though the Golden State Warriors big three was really good, come on, man. The Bulls' big two was extremely good with Jordan and Pippen. Then you add the bench to it. I'm going with them. 1992 Bulls. 1993 Bulls over the Warriors. 2017 Warriors going with the Bulls. So the 2017 Warriors, as far as I'm concerned, do not beat the 1991 Bulls, nor do they beat the 1992 Bulls, nor do they beat the 1993 Bulls. Why? Same things I just said. Jordan, Pippen, and the bench and their surrounding cast, the way they put their squad together and the way they would coach, that triangle offense, man, that where they hit, cut, and then you had Jordan and Pippen doing that thing, and you had people around them that could knock down outside shots, and you had cats committed to playing their role because Michael Jordan made sure they were committed to playing that role. You're going to play defense, you're going to rebound. Me and Pip going to score. Paxson, whenever you open, you knock down a shot. Craig Hodges, when we had you, whenever you open, you knock down a shot. B.J. Armstrong, nice, very, very nice player who people really don't talk about. B.J. was nice. So now, I'll move on to the 1994 Houston Rockets, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, Kenny the Jet Smith, Big Shot Robert Horry, Sam Cassell, Mario Elie, Bernie Maxwell, Otis Thorpe. I'm going with the Houston Rockets. Golden State, yeah, man. Kevin Durant is a monster. Steph Curry is a monster. Klay Thompson, hard to deal with. But Hakeem Olajuwon, bro, come on, man. If y'all hadn't seen Hakeem Olajuwon play, if you youngin', you go watch that dude play. Dude is easily, to me, the most skilled center to ever, the most skilled big man with the footwork and everything, Nigerian Nightmare, plays soccer. Boy, feet was so smooth. There wasn't a center, a big man in the game that could cover a king. I don't care who was playing at the time. Patrick Ewing cooked him. Shaq cooked him. Didn't stand a chance. No one stood a chance against Hakeem Olajuwon. Then Mario Ellie was a big guard, tough defense. Kenny Smith was a real good point guard. Sam Cassell was good. Vernon Maxwell was good. Otis Thorpe gave you that toughness. 1994 Houston Rockets, I'm taking them over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. 1995 Houston Rockets, because they went back to back. That's when Jordan had retired, quote unquote, quit before he came back. So the Houston Rockets won 2 championships in that little span. 1995 Houston Rockets, all they did was add Clyde Drexler. So you put Clyde Drexler to go with them, pretty much them same dudes I named for the Houston Rockets 1994 team. Hakeem, Kenny Smith, Robert Horry, Sam Cassell. 1995 Houston Rockets and the 1994 Houston Rockets will beat the 2017 Golden State Warriors in the 7-game series. To me. Now, even the team that didn't win the NBA championship, who the Rockets beat in the NBA Finals, the 1995 Orlando Magic with Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway, Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson, Brian Shaw, Horace Grant, Anthony Bowie, Donald Royal. To me, that Magic squad would beat the 2017 Golden State Warriors. Why, Doc? Why? Shaq, Penny. At the time, Shaq and Penny, 2 of the 3 best players in the NBA, man. Well, now you got Hakeem because Jordan won. So Shaq and Penny was, man, come on. And Dennis Scott, Golden State likes to shoot from the outside. He was outside. He was their outside threat. Nick Anderson, he was tough. But think about this 1995 Orlando Magic squad. They had size and length, man. Brian Shaw was a big guard. Horace Grant, power forward. He was long. He was big. And I bring up Anthony Bowie and Donald Royal because those dudes had size. They had size. So that's why I go with that 1995 Orlando Magic squad that didn't even win the championship but lost to the Houston Rockets. I would take that 1995 Houston Rockets, Orlando Magic squad over the 2017 Houston Golden State Warriors. Now we go to the Bulls squads in 1996, 1997, and 1988, led by Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. Bulls. Every instance of the Bulls. 96 Bulls, I take them over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. 96 Bulls, I take them over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. 1998 Bulls, I take them over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. Now, the 1999 San Antonio Spurs won the championship. It was a strike-shortened season. They had Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Steve Kerr, Sean Elliott, Mario Ellie, Jaren Jackson. Once again, they had a superstar coming up, Tim Duncan. They got the vet, the Admiral, David Robinson, who was still playing really good. Steve Kerr, nice little outside shot. Sean Elliott, big guard, can shoot it. Mario Ellie, yeah, same dude from the Houston Rockets. Went to them. He was still tough. Then Jaren Jackson, big guard, tough, can shoot it as well. Very, very well coached team. So I take the 1999 San Antonio Spurs over the 2017 Golden State Warriors as well. Now, don't think I'm not undervaluing Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. I'm not, because those, or Klay Thompson, because that big three is cold. But the Spurs were a squad. Spurs had a formula, man. Those dudes were tough. Now we go to the 2000 LA Lakers with Shaq, Kobe, AC Green, Robert Horry, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, Glenn Rice, Ron Harper. Big guard Ron Harper now. Ron Harper that could play some great defense. That same Ron Harper that was playing with the Bulls when they won them another 3 championships. I'm going with the 2000 LA Lakers over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. Draymond. 2001 Lakers, Shaq, Kobe, Horace Grant, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, Devin George, Ron Harper, Robert Horry. Going with the 2001 LA Lakers over y'all too as well, Draymond. 2002 Lakers, Shaq, Kobe, Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, or going with the Los Angeles Lakers of 2002 over y'all as well, Draymond. Now, how about the 2003 San Antonio Spurs? Tim Duncan, Bruce Bowen. Remember Bruce Bowen? Big guard, knock down big shots, knock down outside shots, D you up, tough. Him, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, David Robinson, Malik Rose, tough dude, providing some depth, nice little bench. Going with the 2003 San Antonio Spurs over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. 2004 Detroit Pistons. Now, we're just talking about NBA champions now, since Draymond said that 2017 team is the best team that ever played. Okay. 2004 Detroit Pistons. Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Corliss Williamson, Mehmet Okur. Y'all remember Mehmet Okur? Y'all remember Rasheed, don't you? Ben. That was just a defensive-minded team, man. Chauncey Billups was the perfect big shot making. I think they call him Big Shot Billups. Big Shot Billups. Richard Hamilton, man, just the ultimate slasher, cut, nice little mid-range jump shot, take you off the dribble. They were nice. Tayshaun Prince with those long arms. He's going to D you up. Ben Wallace, he's going to D you up. Detroit's bench, better than the 2017 Golden State Warriors bench. Now, you look at the big three of Golden State. KD, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. How do they match up? Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton, Tayshaun, Ben, Rasheed. Because Rasheed was a matchup problem, man. You know, I'm a Memphis Tigers fan, played football for the Memphis Tigers, and, you know, me and Penny Hardaway like brothers, and Rasheed Wallace was a part of the staff. And he brought him on to coach the big man. But Rasheed Wallace was he wasn't no big dude down. He was a big dude, go outside and shoot that rock. So I'm going with the 2004 Detroit Pistons over the 2017 Golden State Warriors as well. 2005 San Antonio Spurs, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Bruce Bowen, Robert Horry. I'm going with the Spurs. Best of 7 series, I'm going with the Spurs. Why? Because I am. Because Tim Duncan just best power forward ever played. You call him a center? No, best power forward ever played. Tim Duncan. We're going to guard him. Now we go to the 2006 Miami Heat with D. Wade, Shaq, Udonis Haslem leading that team. I'm going with the 2017 Golden State Warriors because Shaq was pretty much on the downtrend. D. Wade was a monster, but I will go with the 2017 Golden State Warriors over the 2006 Miami Heat. 2007 Spurs with Duncan, Manu, Parker, Bruce Bowen. I'm going with the 2017 Golden State Warriors over their 2007 Spurs team. They were good, but, you know, their time was running out. 2008 Boston Celtics. Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray John Rondo, Glenn Big Baby Davis, James Posey. Just, you know, I say James Posey because you got to talk about some cats, support players. Because Golden State support players on their 2017 team, once again, was JaVale McGee, Kevon Looney, Matt Barnes, David West. So, okay. And you go back and you're looking at them facing their 2008 Celtics team. I'm going with that 2008 Boston Celtics team over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. If you disagree, please put it in the comments. Let me hear you. 2009 LA Lakers squad led by Kobe, Pau Gasol, Derek Fisher, Lamar Odom, Andrew Bynum. I'm going with the 2017 Golden State Warriors squad over that team because I still don't know how that team won a championship. As good as Kobe was, but I don't think they could beat the 2007. I don't think that 2009 Lakers squad could beat the 2017 Golden State Warriors squad. 2010 Lakers squad, which repeated. Kobe Powell, Ron Artest now. Odom, Andrew Bynum, Derek Fisher. I'm still going with the 2017 Golden State Warriors team over that 2010 Lakers squad. 2011 Dallas Mavericks NBA champions. Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Kidd, Jason Terry, Sean Marion. I'm going with the 2017 Golden State Warriors over the 2011 Dallas Mavericks. 2012 Miami Heat. LeBron, D. Wade, Chris Bosh, Udonis Haslem, Shane Battier, Mario Chalmers. I'm going with the Heat, the 2012 Heat. Because the big three of LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh. Better than the big three of KD, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. Because LeBron and D. Wade was, come on, man. But Chris Bosh gave you that. He had a nice outside game, too. He was long. But Haslam still provided that toughness. Shane Battier, them dudes provided that toughness. Mario Chalmers even provided some toughness. So I'm going with the 2012 Miami Heat squad over the 2017 Golden State Warriors, Draymond. 2013 Miami Heat squad. LeBron, D. Wade, Bosh, Ray Allen. They added Ray Allen from the Celtics. I'm going with that 2013 Miami Heat squad over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. 2014 Spurs. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, Boris Diaw, Manu Ginobili, Patty Mills. That's the 7 series. That Spurs squad versus the 2017 Golden State Warriors squad. Whew. I look at this. But when I look at and think about how well those dudes played together, the chemistry they had, how well coached they were, going with the 2014 Spurs over the 2017 Golden State Warriors. Now, 2015, the Warriors were the champs, so I ain't gonna have them facing each other. And that's when we get to the 2016 where the Cavs, LeBron beat the Warriors in the championship after being down 3-1. I think Draymond got suspended or something, and Steph act like he couldn't hit a damn shot. And that's when we go to the 2017 Warriors squad that won the championship. So I get why Draymond Green and Steph Curry said that, because Draymond Green was like, yeah, that 2017 team, the best ever. Steph Curry's answer, I concur, which means he agreed. But in my opinion, I just gave you my opinion of the teams, the NBA champions, that I don't think the Golden State Warriors, that 2017 Golden State Warriors team, was better than. Now, Draymond and Steph supposed to say that their squad is the best team ever. I wouldn't expect them to say anything else. They had a great run. Matter of fact, they about to go in the playoffs. Hell, they got the best record in the NBA going into this year's playoffs. So they still hooping. And haven't even had their full complement of players. They just rolling off what Steph been doing. So they still hooping, because Steph Curry is he one of the best to ever play. He's the best outside shooter, period, to ever play. Easily. Klay Thompson, one of the best outside shooters to ever play. Kevin Durant, one of the best players to ever play. But that's my opinion. And I may be biased because I grew up in the 70s and 80s, born in 73. So watching those Lakers squad, even though I ain't like the Celtics, man, you had to respect them. Them dudes were tough. Then I have to ask myself, okay, are they is the 2017 Golden State Warriors squad playing under the same physicality rules that those teams in the 80s played? If that's the case, that's no way in the hell they would survive. No. But even if you don't let them get physical and just tell them, let's play run, and my list, what I just said, I still stick to it. Even though the 2017 Golden State Warriors squad was extremely, extremely good, but people cannot forget how good Magic Johnson really was, man. 6'9" point guard could play the point and center and forward, every position on the court. Some people may forget how good this dude really was. How good those Lakers teams were with their starting five and their bench. How good those Celtics teams were. We know about the star players on those squads, but their bench players and their support players were so good and so tough. The Detroit Pistons with Isaiah and Joe D and Vinnie Johnson and them dudes, Rick Mahorn and Bill Laimbeer and Dennis Rodman, John Sally. Man, bro, Mark Aguirre, Adrian, those dudes were good. Those teams were good. And as good as Michael Jordan was, Michael Jordan had good players around him. He was great, legendary. But they made sure he had outside shooters with him. They made sure to have guys, all you're going to do is rebound and play defense. Bill Cartwright, Dennis Rodman, pretty much Horace Grant, but Horace can score on your ass too now. That's what y'all going to do, man. And people don't talk about Hakeem Olajuwon enough, but the most skilled big man to ever play. He was unguardable. You talk about Kevin Durant being unguardable. Hakeem Olajuwon was unguardable. No one could guard him. No one can stay with him. He used to literally undress cats in the paint. He made them look silly. The best low post defenders, he made them look silly. Patrick Ewing didn't want to see him. Shaq didn't want to see him. Them dudes did not want to see him. Those teams were good, man. So, Draymond, I get it, bro. You love your squad. But best team ever? Nah, bro. I can't give you that. I can give you props and credit for being as good as y'all was, but the best team ever? Nah, Draymond, I can't give you that, bro. Nah, Steph Curry, I can't give y'all that, man. So, if you disagree, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. And make sure you subscribe to the Run Pass option with Pro Football Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce, Doc Holliday on all platforms. You're listening to it on one of the platforms right now. Try to put some of them on YouTube. But anyway, Draymond, I feel you, bro, but I disagree with you. The 2017 Golden State Warriors, not the best team to ever play. No, it's not. Just told you how I felt about it. Tell me how you feel about it. You want to hear it? Here it go. Well, here it was, because I gave it to you. But that's going to do it for another episode of the Run Pass option with Pro Football Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce and Doc Holliday. Till next time, I'm out.